Hi everyone. I picked up some new stencils this summer and from Waffle Flower, and I thought we would make two cards with them. Um, One of them is the Postage Collage Fall stencil, and hello, sweetie pie, postage collage fall stamps. And this one I just picked up. This is the Postage Collage Spooktacular stencil, and same with the stamps, Postage Collage Spectacular stamps. Okay, so I have those, and I already die cut the Postage Collage die from Waffle Flower, so I have two of those ready to go. And then on my desk, I have the Shader 1 Plus brushes. These are 1/2 inch slanted round tip brushes. So you can see I have those. And then I have the stencil mat and the 5.5 by 8.5 grip mat stuck inside there. So we're just going to pull that top layer off. Okay, that fits in there perfectly. And then if you wanted, better placement, you can use these underneath, but I don't really need them. I just need it to be sticky. Okay. So, I've shown you guys before, there are many companies that have these collage dies, or postage dies, I should say, and they do not coordinate with each other. So Waffle Flower coordinates with Waffle Flower stamps, the Ton with the Ton stamps and stencils. Gina K, I think, has one as well. So you want to buy the coordinating stencil to match the dies. I know that sucks for us as crafters, but you got to remember, they're all independent companies, so they're going to make their own independent products. Okay, so I'm going to start with let's do the fall one, and then we'll go into the Halloween one. So what I like about all of the companies with the stencils is they're very easy to do. Like, it's very easy just to die cut the die, and then you just layer the stencil. So it's just a matter of which stencils do you like. They're all different. On the Waffle Flower ones, okay, it does tell you what colors to do them. So are they numbered? I'm trying to see here. It says here Postage Collage Fall, and it says 3/4 dark. 2 of the 4 are medium. 1/4 is light, and then 4/4 is, doesn't tell me the color. So we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 1 out of the 4 stencils, this is light, medium, dark, and then I think this just goes in and fills in the background. Okay. So we're going to start with this one. And then you want to line up how this goes. You just have to look at the squares. They're etched in there, and see how this goes. So I'm going to turn my grip mat like this, put my little die cut like that, and then we're going to start with stencil number 1. And I know it's hard for you guys to see, but it says 1 out of 4 light. And you're going to line up your images inside the boxes. Like I said, the boxes do have a little bit of etching, but you still kind of need to eyeball to make sure it's all in the right place. That looks about correct to me. All right, and then you're going to choose the colors that you want. I don't think this has a color representation, so I'm just going to kind of figure out by looking at what I think the images are. It looks like we have leaves, so these are the acorns, pumpkins, more leaves. This is a pie. I think this is a ghost. And this is more trees. Okay, so we're going to start with a couple different colors here. I'm going to grab some fall colors. I'm going to be using Catherine Pooler colors, probably mostly spa colors because they are a little darker. So I have like golden yellows here. So I have shea butter, goldenrod, and sauna for like the yellows. For browns, we're going to go in with cashmere, sandcastle, and over coffee for browns. We need some greens. I'm going to go in with matcha, succulent, and sage. And probably gray for the ghost. I have pebble, twilight, and hoodie for the grays. And I think that should set us off okay for right now. So what do I have here? I have yellows, browns, green, and gray. So we're going to start with those colors. All right, so these are acorns. So we're going to start with cashmere. And for the top of the pie, and I am going to do the base layer of the leaves. We can always layer more colors on, but this is the base layer of the leaves. And I like these little brushes because they do have a little fine tip, so that edge, you know, it's slanted, can get into those really small pieces of the stencil, but then I can use the flat part to get into the wider spots of the stencil. Okay, and then I'm trying to see, I think this might be the background of the trees. We'll come back to that. For our pumpkins, we're going to go in with shea butter. A little juicy. And then for our ghosts, we're going to use pebble. Okay, and then I'm trying to figure out how these trees look. I think that is the base layer of the tree. So we're going to go in with matcha for the tree. All right. All right. So let's pull this layer off. Really stuck on my grip mat, which is good. We don't want it to move. Okay, so that's layer one. Then we're going to go to layer two where it says medium, and we're going to layer that on top of our previous layer. I'm sorry if my head is in the way, but I want to make sure it's all lined up correctly. Okay, so this says medium. So we're going to go in with the next colors. So for the yellow, it's goldenrod. For our brown, it's going to be Sand Castle. For our green, it's going to be Succulent. And for our gray, it's going to be Twilight. Okay, that's layer 2, very easy. This is the hardest part, peeling that off of the grip mat. That is a very nice and sticky grip mat. Okay, here is layer 2. Layer 3. Again, there are little indentations, etched lines in the stencil, so you can layer it over your top layer. Okay, for whatever reason, I can't get this little one in the corner to line up, so I will come back and do that one. All right, so for our leaves, we're going in with Over Coffee, just the darkest brown stem for that leaves. And you choose whatever colors works for you. You might want to change your colors up here so the leaves aren't so brown. Okay, I'm going to do the stems of the trees here with that same brown. Okay, and then for our pie tin, I'm going to actually go in with the dark gray for that. We're going to use Hoodie. I guess that could have been the pie crust, but I'm making it my pie tin. And for our pumpkins, going in with Sage, there is the faces and the stems. So I'm just going to do the stems and the Sage. Okay, but I'm going to go back in with Hoodie and do their faces. Someone's in the kitchen getting ice. I don't know if you guys heard all of that. Okay, so there's all of that. And then I'm going to move this over. I don't have that lined up correctly. I believe that's how that goes. He's holding something, but I don't know what he's holding. Oh, I think it's like a little baby ghost. Okay. I'm going to go back in with, let's use yellow for that. This way it stands out. Just using the ink that's left on my brush. I don't know what he's holding. He's holding something. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with hoodie and color in this. There's words here that say, hey there. Okay, so that's all of them for layer 3. Coming together. Okay, and then final layer is just whatever you want to do for your accents here. So it looks like a lot of these are backgrounds. So again, it's going to mask over what we already did. And again, it's not lining up exactly for me. And that's probably because I didn't have it lined up straight from the beginning. That's okay. We're going to do the best we can. All right, so I'm going to start with these trees, and it looks like that is the sky background. So I'm going to go in with a lighter blue. Let's do blue raspberry. Okay. I think for the pie, I'm going to line that up a little better. Okay, for the pie, I want to do like a warm orange color. Let's do orange peel. I'm going to be kind of light with it. I don't think it needs to be too dark in the background. Too late. These brushes hold a lot of ink, so it's very easy to over ink it, as you can see there. So you're just going to have to go in and keep layering it until it looks even. And these inks even out as they dry. Okay, I'm going to use that same orange to go over the hay there. There's some little dots. There are also some little dots over here on the leaves. Same thing. Bring in the warmth of that orange. Okay, and then I don't know what this this little guy is down here. It's like he's holding like a little ghosty friend or something. I'm going to do that little orange there. Okay, and then we just need to do our pumpkins. And I think for the pumpkins, maybe, oh, maybe like a light purple. How about verbena? It's a dark purple, not a light purple. It's like eggplant. It's very dark. That's okay. It's going to look good with our pumpkins. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Ta-da! All right, so that came out really cool. I will clean my stencils in a moment. Oh, my trees were definitely off because that should be inside the line. So I did have my stencil a little crooked there. The hay there could be a little darker, but it's okay. Yeah, I think I don't know what he's holding, a snail or something. I think I'm missing a part here. You know what? There's an extra piece on the side here. I don't know if that's supposed to be a leaf or supposed to be part of his body. I don't know. I think that's supposed to be a leaf, but I don't know what he's holding. I don't know. I'll have to look online at the image and see what it is. All right. Anyway, we're fine there. I think that looks really cute. And then, actually, I want to leave that on there. I'm going to do some stamping. So the stamps say, hello, sweetie pie, little pumpkin. There's some little leaves, some little steam coming up that we can put on the pie. Fall mail, warm wishes. I'm fall for you. So some cute stuff here that we can stamp on this. And then also it will cover up any boo-boos we made. Like I have a little ink spot right there. So we can cover those up. I'm going to grab my Simon Hurley black ink. Black Widow. This is the Stellar ink, which is the spongier ink. And let's stamp some of these out. I think this one says, oh, I thought it said hug. It says 10 cents. I don't know where reading it backwards, I thought I saw hug. I'm going to do these tiny little leaves. In orange peel. We need the smoke for our steamy, not smoke, but our steam for our pumpkin. I'm going to do that in hoodie. And let's see, we have that one that says little pumpkin. Oh, that one's a little crooked, but that's okay. Okay, and I think that is pretty good to put on card front. Okay, let me show you guys this up a little higher. Let me know what you think about it. And then we will move on to the Spooktacular one. And then I can easily just put that on card. Fun fall card. Okay. All right. I'm going to clean up the desk a little bit, reorganize here, and we will come back and do the Spooktacular one. Okay. Here is our finished fall card. I think it came out pretty cute for me only doing it once before. Not at all. Actually, it's my first time. And again, the name of the stamps are Postage Collage Fall and Postage Collage Fall Stencil. So really cute. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the Spooktacular one. And I think I will give these cards away. So if you like the cards at the end, tell me which one you like the best. And I will pick winners and I will send you the cards. Okay, so I'm going to try to line this up a little bit better this time. Okay, I think everything is centered. This says layer 1 backgrounds. Okay, so I think we'll be okay doing everything in a light color background, like light gray or light blue. This one looks like smoke, so we're going to do light green for that one. I'm using same colors, matcha. I believe this is a cauldron, so you know we want it to look like that's green in the background. Okay. Okay, and then we have, let's see here, it looks like mushrooms. Yeah, this says steam. What do we have here? Can't tell. I think this is a moth, candy corn, and I think this one is a bat and moon. So we're going to do that one in gray. I'm going with some pebble. Oh, I probably should have did that one in like navy or purple. Let's do the moth in gray. I think that's what that is, a moth. Okay, there's our moth. That's gray. I'm going to go in with this blue raspberry where our mushrooms are. And then I'm going to use verbena for behind the ghosts. All right, and then for the candy corn, we can go in with some cashmere for that. Okay, so let's see what layer 1 looks like. Very good. Okay, layer 2 says steam cheeks. That's what it says. So let's line these all up. I think I have it pretty good there. So the steam, we're going to go in with some pebble. Although it says on here light orange. The steam I'm going to do in light gray. And the mushroom stalks I'm going to do in light gray. Because I can, right? I can make it any way I want. Okay, now I can go on with some light orange, which I brought in Tiki Torch. Although this is candy corn, this should be yellow, not light orange. That's okay. Cheeks for our pumpkins. I mean our ghosts. And then the wings on the moth. Or, oh, maybe it's a lantern, not a lanternfly, a lightning bug. That's what it could be, right? Firefly. Could be a lanternfly too. We have those here. You don't know what a lanternfly is, you are lucky. Okay, so that is light orange for layer number 2 coming together. Okay, then it says layer number 3, it says dark orange. So dark orange on trying to line it up. Again, I'm sorry if my head is in the way. I think we're okay there. So for the darker orange, I'm going to go in with orange peel. Okay, there's nothing in that square. I'm going to do actually yellow on the candy corn. I'm going to use goldenrod. Okay, and then I'm going to use that same color on the bottom of our mushrooms here. Now for our cauldron, I'm going to go in with a medium gray. So I'm going to go in with Twilight. I'm going to do the same for a little shadow on the ghosts here. And for our little lantern fly, or whatever it is. Bug. Okay, I think I got all the layers colored in. I said there's nothing in this bottom one. And then for our final layer, yeah, it looks better. It says layer 4 out of 4 stencils, black, dark. So we're gonna line this up. That's pretty good right there. And again, I'm gonna bring in the Simon Hurley Stellar and Hoodie. I think we'll be okay. Let's do Hoodie in the cauldron here. Actually, I might go in with the black. We'll see. That's dark enough. We have the little ghost faces. Same color, dark gray. Same thing on our mushrooms, dark gray. Oh, there's a skull right there. Creepy. Okay. We're just going to keep this up. And dark gray here on the body of our moth, lanternfly, lightning bug, whatever you say it is. Okay, and we're just going to go in with this on our bat. There's nothing in the middle layer with the candy corn. This is a nice dark gray, so I don't really think I need to bring black in. If you want to use black, you can. I might bring it in actually for the bat. Just on the edges of that cauldron. Okay, let's take a look and see what this one looks like now. Pretty cool. All right, let's do our stamping again. And the stamp set says, "Hey, Bootiful, you are spooktacular." Bats, little gravestones, little skulls, cloud, 31 cents. Pretty cool. So let's pull this stamp set out here. They put on here the name is Postage Collage Spectacular, but I think that it spell checked it. It's supposed to be Spooktacular, I'm sure. So I'm going to start with these little bats. Oh, they're both on one stamp. That's okay. And I'm going to stamp them, I guess right here with, well, I like putting my other stuff in there. I'm going to put these bats in right here. I like that this black ink doesn't stain my stamps. That makes me happy. I have a little spider web and it says Happy Halloween on it. Let's see here. What do we have here? A little ghosty face, little pumpkin faces. I'm going to do these little gravestones at the bottom of the candy corn and then maybe the skull. And one more spider web up in the other corner. There's no little spider on here. There is not. Okay, and I'll put the little 31 on there. That's cute. Okay, let me put this on a card base and show you guys what it looks like. And again, you can bring in the other postage collage stamps if you want, like the postage cancellation, little wavy lines. You can bring those in as well, but I think this looks cute like this. I do wish I had a little tiny, tiny spider, but I guess you could draw one if you really wanted it. Ink smudge on the back of my card. Ugh, more ink smudges on the front of the card. You will get a ink smudged card. Just very slight. Okay, I covered those ink smudges up with inky fingers. Okay, I'm going to show you guys both cards. Again, this one is the Spooktacular postage collage, Spooktacular stencil, and the Spooktacular stamps. Okay, and you tell me down in the comments which one is your favorite, and I will pick two winners. One to win the Spooktacular card, and one to win the fall card. I think they're both cute, great for this time of year, very easy to do. Vote down in the comments. Do you like the fall card or would you like the Spooktacular card? And I will pick 2 winners to mail these out to. Yes, international qualifies. I do have international stamps. But let me know if you're interested in purchasing any of these, and there are a whole bunch of collage stencils over at Waffle Flower. Please use my link down below. It doesn't cost you anything, and it lets Waffle Flower know that I sent you their way. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to vote. If you're new to my channel, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for notifications on my next videos. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.